Hi everyone, Mike here again with episode number 1 of Crucible School. Today we're going to be looking at super usage, when to use it, when not to use it, and which ones are the best. So, the agenda here, we're going to look at the class tier list, some super examples, why I think some are better than others, and then just a couple of scenarios that I'm going to discuss why super usage was very well performed in those clips. So what makes a super good? Mobility is, in my opinion, the number one thing you want in a super. Having the ability to move from point A to point B while still having your super up allows you to outplay other people, counter other supers, and get kills along the way. Boosted defenses is also a very high priority on things like Sunsinger and Blade Dancer, allowing you to outplay people when you're damaged or, run into the middle of a team and get kills. Countering and the counters of different supers is also a big thing. Something like a bubble. It has almost no potential to outplay other supers. It gets countered by nearly everything. Where a golden gun, unless you can snipe this guy at a distance, you can't really take him out with your supers. Let's just jump into the tier list. For number 1, I have Gunslinger simply because it does everything better than everyone else. What I mean by this is you have mobility. You can run from one side of the map to the other with it up. And you can also shoot people at a distance, so they don't just have to kite you like a Blade Dancer, they actually have to get out of your line of sight. This allows for some plays that are nearly impossible with any other super, killing people off of spawns, cadencing your shots and getting 4 kills against 3 players. This is all things you can do with a golden gun if you're equipped and using it properly. The number 2 slot I'm going to give to Sunsinger. With the introduction of the RAM, Sunsinger has kind of gone from A tier to S tier, simply because you get so tanky with it. You can eat LDR shots, you can eat rockets, grenades. It is so powerful currently that it's probably one of the best in the game and very close to Golden Gun. The only reason I don't give it the top slot is simply because you do have to throw a couple of grenades to get a kill, or you have to be up close with a melee. One of the nice things is the utility, being able to throw grenades around corners and not challenge, and also reviving sets Sunsinger apart from the other supers. Now for the next 2 slots here in the middle tier, some people might be shocked. Why is Blade Dancer in a middle tier? Well, the reason why is, yes, I recognize it has fantastic kill potential. You can outplay other people when you are weak, and it is very, very strong. But unfortunately, it also has massive counters. Someone chases after you with the Blade Dancer, you can jump into the air and pop a golden gun. Even a shotgun is able to kill you if they execute it properly. So it has some very, very apparent counters, even a Fist of Havoc. Now, Fist of Havoc doesn't really have a lot of counters. Once you've press that super button, you're jumping, you're killing, you're doing some beautiful AoE damage. But it also doesn't have mobility like the other supers. Prime opportunities to use it don't show up as often as the other supers, simply because they have to clump for you to get a maximum, 3 or 4 kills with it. With Nova Bomb, people might argue, but it's at a range, you could get that 3 kills a lot easier. Unfortunately, Nova Bomb is one of the worst supers in the game. With Lance, you can shoot it at a faster speed so people can't blink out of it, but you can also shoot over people's shoulders. You can hit the side of a truck and completely whiff your super. That is not good mechanics, and it unfortunately is very weak when compared to other things. Now, Defender, I'm not even going to get into because it's simply countered by everything. It's just at the bottom of the tier for PvP. So let's look at some supers and why they're good, why you need to think about what you're doing before you super. Golden Gun might be fantastic, but if you're in a situation like this where you're blowing it, where no one's even around you, you've effectively wasted one of the biggest tools in your kit. Now, timing can be an issue when wasting your supers, but also being too aggressive. This guy dives in, uses his Golden Gun right on top of me, and he kind of gets embarrassed. Right here, I make the mistake of trying to force a super. My Fist of Havoc is up, I want to get it done, I want to finish the round, but I dive through a bunch of damage and end up dying. I've given away my advantage, and it could have been used at a better time, something like this where I can group up and get a triple kill with one super. With a golden gun, you need to know when to push up onto a team. Right here, yeah, I dove right into the middle of them, flying through the air, but I knew I was at a good position to get a triple kill. Now, let's break down this clip. This was from a couple trials ago. I was playing with Triple Rec, and this was a clip that really stood out for me. He runs in and he blows his super. He's trying to end the game, kind of like I did with the Fist of Havocs, and he dies. What happens next is he revives, zones me out, and unfortunately, this round is completely turned around with a better usage of a super. he's able to revive, he's able to start getting his team up, and as when I turn around here to try and snipe someone, there's another bubble. So, the teamwork and coordination completely turned that round around, and we lost. So here's an example of another usage of supers. You don't always need to use them to get kills. Right here, I recognized Triple Wreck had also supered, and he was pushing in on the enemy team. All I did was throw grenades. I forced them out of their kind of hidey hole and forced them directly into Triple Wreck. He was able to get 4 kills and finish this round. So you need to know, when am I going to get the kills, or when can I help my team get kills? When can I secure a heavy ammo drop? Saving a super for a situation where you are behind, like KJ Hovey here. It was a 1v3, and he was able to turn the match around simply by saving his super for the optimal time. Supers can be overpowered at times, getting 3-4 kills depending on the super you're using, and can really flip the tempo of a game. If we're going to look at some final tips here, kind of the 3 big ones are, you aren't invincible when you are supering. Yes, they are extremely strong, but there are always counters. If you're in a golden gun, you can get sniped. If you are a blade dancer, you can get fisted in the mouth. So don't run around blowing it at stupid times, especially if you know that the other team has a bunch of titans with their fists up. But also, don't hold on to that power if you're playing a game type such as Control or Skirmish. You need to be generating orbs for your team. You also need to be getting kills so that your next super can build up. If you're wasting 5-6 minutes holding onto a super because you're scared you're going to die, you're also not doing any favors for your team. Finally, just because I said that one super is better than another doesn't mean you need to switch. All I'm saying is, statistically, every game I've played with the supers that I'm talking about, I do better. It's just how it seems to work, but that's for me. If you are the best Nova bomber in the world, don't quit now, because you're gonna succeed with what works for you. Everyone has a different playstyle, and following a guide directly like this and not weighing or measuring out the options is not gonna help you. So thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned a little bit about supers and why something might be stronger than another. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know, because my plan is to make a ton of these, 20, 30, 40 different Crucible School topics. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you are curious about some more content, subscribe to my personal channel, mtashed. Here is a little link. And thanks one last time, PlanetDestiny, for having me. Talk to you later, friends. Bye-bye.